Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Will silver dissolve in salt? It's been over a year. Let's find out. Not only are we going to find out, we have explored over the course of 1 year by a challenge from a former member of this channel about the notion that silver will dissolve in salt. And so I decided to take up that challenge, and there's a playlist, and this video is the end of that playlist. And I would encourage you to really pause this video if you're not familiar with this experiment and watch all of the videos in that playlist. To go through it break it down as to what the theory is there. But essentially, upon doing this experiment, there is probably one element missing. And to find out about the other portions of that, again, I would encourage you to check out that playlist. I will post a link to it at the end screen of this video, and maybe even in the description or a pinned comment as well, because I think it's important to see that evolution. Sometimes patience is key. I've been asked throughout the course of the year to, hey, what's the deal? I want to find out what's going on with that salty eagle, as it were. But nonetheless, this is where we are at now. We waited a full year. And by the way, and just so you understand, I have not seen the eagle since I encapsulated or encased it in this salty tomb, as it were. Although I'm going to tell you, as I have said in being asked about this, what I think is going to happen to this silver eagle. And that is nothing. I believe it will be exactly the same condition as it was when it was put in this salt. And I'm saying that before seeing it. It is inside of this plastic bag over top of a cut water bottle. And inside of that water bottle is salt and later added water. And I wanted to wait a full year. In fact, it has been more than a year now since I have put water in the salt. And you can kind of see, we're going to take this plastic bag off of here in just a moment so you can see that most of that water is still in it. It is not dissolved, so it is a murky, sort of a mush, salt mud, I'll call it, salty mud, and that is what is surrounding silver. And some people say that is probably the key, because according to the original assessment, this person who had experienced silver deteriorating in heavily salted water, so salt water, but more than likely there are other chemicals at play. Some say sulfur or some other chemicals in that water that caused the silver to deteriorate. And my guess is, since we don't have any other chemicals, that this eagle will not show any signs of wear or deterioration or being dissolved. So I believe that at the end of this video, we're all going to be sorely disappointed, because again, cannot stress enough that I have not seen this eagle. I've not taken it out since it was put in over a year ago. So I'm taking the rubber band off now. Going to be removing the bag, and there we go. So I think this is going to be very much anticlimactic. But hey, I'm true to my word. I'm going to go ahead and do this experiment and run it to completion. And it has been a full year. In fact, it's been a year and several days now. So let's see. So you can see here that it is indeed moist in there. You can kind of tell it's a murky kind of existence here. There's the salt. You can see the water now. There was a little bit more water in here. Some of it has evaporated, but you can see there that it is indeed caked kind of a salty existence here as we squeeze it around the corners, and you can see that it is there. So the salt is kind of, it's as you press in it, you can see the water in there. And that is the original water that was put in And then I think the third video in the series, if I'm not mistaken, where I put that water in. You press down, you can see the pool of water there. But I believe we are still missing other critical elements in this mixture in order to dissolve that eagle. Or to at least even have a mark. I don't think there's going to be a single mode. I don't think there's going to be a single bit of marking or corrosion at all on this silver eagle. I'd be willing to bet money on it, in fact, before I actually do this, but I can't make a wager. That's okay. But nonetheless, we're going to find out right now as we pull the silver eagle out. And again, we will assess as to why or why not this has occurred. So let's take a look here and see. Ooh, I feel the eagle with my finger. I'm going to pull it out here. Let's see what we've got. Oh, man. Now, before I'm going to haven't pulled it out yet. It's at the very bottom. I would encourage you again, in the video, what I did, as you can see from the bottom, you cannot see the eagle. I poured salt in it first. Then I put the eagle, and then I put the salt on top of the eagle. So pouring salt, providing a foundation, making sure that the container was wide enough so that the eagle itself was surrounded on all sides by salt. Here we go. It's coming out. Boom, shalaka boom. Wow, there it is, folks. All right, there is the eagle. You know what? Surprisingly enough, it is a different color. It's a different color. Wow. All right. I am going to actually wash this off in a sink, and I will be right back so we can actually see if there's been any problems with it. Let's see. I'll be right back. Wow. Much to my surprise, there has been some slight corrosion. I'm actually shocked. I was wrong. This is a shocking result. This is what the eagle looked like before, the 2020 eagle. And this is what it looks like after 1 year submersed in salt. And you can tell the colorization difference. And it's very difficult to kind of see here other than the colorization difference, but it does have a slight texture feel to it. When I rub my fingernail across the field, that is different, and which to me signifies that there has been some corrosion here. It almost looks like it's been scraped across something. Of course, that might just be me. I mean, when I rinsed it off, I didn't use any abrasive. I just used water to rinse it off. But look at that. Absolutely wild to see that there has been some slight corrosion here. Very interesting. Wild. And you can tell there is an obvious difference between the two eagles. And to me, that means that that the original person who challenged me to do this was correct. There is some corrosion in the silver. Look at that. What a shocking result. I figured there would be nothing, no corrosion at all, but it looks like it is the case. Even though that extra chemical, whatever else is in seawater, and there's a lot of different things that can be in seawater, sulfur and other natural occurring elements or chemicals in there that could certainly exacerbate or increase or accelerate the corrosive nature. This appears to have done it. I'm almost tempted to put it back in there and let it sit for another year. I don't think I'm going to need this silver eagle anytime soon. This is a silver eagle that has some of the off-struck and thinning that's going on, which I don't like. That's why I chose this silver eagle to go in there. I'm not going to miss it a whole lot. It's 2020, and it was put in there in 2020, and it does show. It almost looks like it's been sandpapered. That's crazy. Look at the striations on it. And the texture, it feels rough in the hand. And even smells like salt. Wow. It has a salty smell. Man, very interesting indeed. Look at that result. Look at the eagle side, where eagles dare to tread, and you can see the difference. Fascinating indeed. What an experiment this was. You may remember I did other experiments on this channel. I put a silver dime in RC cola to see what would happen if it would disintegrate, and because of the acids in the soda, RC cola, at least at the time, from what I understood, it was the most acidic soft drink that was out there. And it actually just shined it up a little bit. The only thing that dissolved was any kind of a grime or that was on the silver dime. I may do another experiment. Stay tuned for this channel for that. I have an idea for one to see what would happen. But look at that. The color is different. It was brilliant uncirculated like we saw on the left here, but this silver eagle is indeed corroded. Corrosion of conformity for this silver eagle. So there you go. That is the results. Fascinating again to see. Look at that. From this side you can see the strange striation there. It just sat there in its salty tomb for well over a year. And there it is. Man, amazing. Look at the edge. And so I may put it back in there and see if we can get it to dissolve for more. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this stuff back in there. I may put a little more water in there, move things around, get it back, put more salt in it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Back into its salty tomb it goes for maybe another year. We'll see. We'll see what happens in another year. Post your thoughts below about this experiment. What do you think? Shocking result. I'm actually stunned that it did anything, but it indeed did corrode it. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to all of you for your interest in this particular subject and in this channel. And I want to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and corrode!